I remember that day while working in the field, I saw one of the pharmaceutical company's manager was holding a book and he was reading the same book in between the calls whenever he used to get time. The title of that book has grabbed my attention. So when I installed Amazon Kindle, I downloaded this ebook from that Amazon Kindle. And the book title was The Secret of Leadership by Mr. Prakash Iyer. This book is based on leadership and 60 stories are given. Each story gives unique learning of leadership. And rightly said by author in his book that this book is like salad bar. You can pick anything at any time, any topic, and you can start reading. There is no particular sequence which needs to be followed while reading this book. But like salad, one thing is sure, whenever you read anything from this book, this will be good for your mind. However, for ease of reading, the author has divided this book in 5 sections. Number 1, introduction, climbing our own mountain. Then leaders mindset, leaders within. Third, leaders mindset. 4, leadership way. And 5th, leading the team. As I said, there are 60 stories. And the USP of this book that these 60 stories are mainly real life stories, which makes this book more relevant. The author has used real life stories instead of imaginary stories. And if you see that traditionally we have been learning our life's important lessons from stories. The stories we used to listen on the laps of our grandmothers, or stories we used to listen in schools, or stories we used to get from scriptures. All these things have given us many learnings of our life. So this book gives learning of leadership from 60 leadership stories. Let me share it with you, the learning which I got from introduction, climbing our own mountain. The author has used the story of Sir Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay. Most of you might be aware that these two were the first human who climbed Mount Everest. In his book, the author has mentioned that after several failed attempts, when Sir Edmund Hillary screamed at Mount Everest that as a mountain you cannot grow, as a human I can. I will conquer you one day. And he has proved this right after climbing this mount. That gave me a learning of leadership about never giving up attitude. Second learning I got from this book that Sir Edmund Hillary, he was sure that as a leader, he cannot alone climb the Mount Everest. So he took the help of Sherpa Tenzing Norgay. That gave the learning of leadership that leader must take his team along with him. Third leadership learning I got from this introduction, climbing our own mountain, that after climbing Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary took the picture of Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, but he declined to take his own picture. So when victory comes, leader must turn the spotlight towards the team. This lesson I got from this introduction. After climbing Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary didn't stop there. He has climbed 10 more peaks of the world. He drew twin-engine plane solo. So he always set high targets and achieved it. That gave me learning that as a leader must set high targets for himself and his team and he must continuously work towards them to achieve them. After climbing Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary has done many things for Sherpas. Like he has built Himalayan Trust, he has built several hospitals, schools to improve the quality of life of Sherpas. I got learning of leadership that making difference in others' life, like Sir Edmund Hillary has done in the lives of Sherpas. The one of the very important lesson I have learned from this introductory session is as a leader, before leading team, leader must lead him or herself. Before climbing mountain, one must conquer his or her fear. This is the biggest lesson I learned from the introductory session. And as rightly said by leader, one of the very great leader of the world, John F. Kennedy, their learnings and leadership are indispensable. So leader must become reader. I believe that if leaders are not reading, they must not lead the teams. This is a must-read book for all aspiring readers. They must read this book before they lead the teams. With this thought, I am Sanket Kanawar, taking exit until I come up with my next video.